Hey, hello everyone. My name is Bottletophornet, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. Things might look a little bit different right now. One, my armor is slightly more visible color-wise, and the enchantment looks different. Two, the the grass in the background definitely has a bit of a different look. All of these trees as well are a little bit more bushy. And honestly, there's probably a couple of other things, but I can't really think. Ooh, the other thing is that the beam is now constantly visible as well because I've switched over to sodium. So we've got slightly better frames, but I've had to change a couple of things. So there will be stuff in this world that just look a little different, like the glass and whatnot. For example, if I come down here, the glass is completely borderless because I had to get a different version that wasn't the Optifine version, so it's a little glitchy, but in general, I think all of the stuff that I gathered is a huge payoff and worth it going forward in the Let's Play. So these mountains do look a little bit different, and I just wanted to address that before we got on to the episode. So we're going to work on this, a greenhouse. God, those trees do look good in the background. I do like these leaves. I think they look pretty great. But yes, we're going to work on this greenhouse. But more than that, we're going to work on the facade of a greenhouse, and then underneath here, we're actually going to build some automatic farms to get ourselves the vines and maybe some cocoa beans semi-automatically, as well as the glow lichen as well, I think. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what we can come up with. But for starters, I think the easiest thing for me to do is work on this greenhouse, which I actually came up for a design in a creative world. So we're going to do a quick 10-second time lapse, get that main part out of the way, and then we can work on building the underside, which is probably the larger part of this episode, and see what we can get done down there. So 10-second time lapse. And so with just a couple of little details to add on here, I would say that's the outside of the outside of this greenhouse done. It's nothing too fancy, but I think I like it. I think it works all right. We'll get up into the air in just a second and have a look and see what it looks like from a distance. But I do just want to, there we go. See if I can get those up there. And stuff like that, just to finish off a few bits and pieces. Do I have... I think I need one more of these to get up in... Damn it. I can do it. Trust. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we got this outside done. It did cut into this tree a little bit, but I like that. I think it's good that... Huh. That, on the other hand, does not need to be there. Right. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good. We've got a bit of space in here now, and I left this end open here because rather than having a hole down, I think I'm going to create like a slight lean-to section just off the end that sort of finishes about here. So, for example, I don't have any of the correct pieces on me, but for example, I might come out to somewhere like that, and that way we have a bit more space on the end here to dig a hole down. So we dig down into the underside like so, going down. Big staircase of some sort. But let's pop up into the air and have a look what it looks like with the rest of the island. Ooh, yeah, okay, I kind of like that. Where is a spot that I can go to that'll get a good view of it? Yeah. Fills in that island actually quite a bit. Especially once we finish it off, obviously it's going to look a little bit better. But yeah. Ties in with the look of this area here and the future builds that we're going to have there. But you can definitely see through. So I need to get some stuff built in there so you can tell that it is a greenhouse. We'll try and get some vines hanging and whatnot. But yeah, I like it. Cool. So now I want to probably continue this path across this way a little bit. We'll blend that in a second, try and make it look... Oh, actually, I've got some on me. Never mind. We'll try and make it look a little bit connected into the ground. Something like that, maybe? Yeah, that's all right. And now we have a little bit of a path coming through here. I'll try and just fix up little things like this, because I hate leaving those tiny little details untouched. So that's important there. But if we come up here, we go past the edge of this towards our stuff here, which actually probably needs silk touch. Shears then. Okay, good to know. We wasted 2, but that's fine. So we can get some shears and continue that so that we can start filling that up. And then we'll come into here and get to work. So, for starters, I suppose we'll open this area up, just get an idea of where it's all going to come through. Now, I'm thinking for down here, I'm not going to go super, like, interesting build. I think it's going to be more of a platform with some basic staircases coming up, maybe a few supports going down into the ocean itself. And eventually I do want to get rid of all of this coral and transport it out into the main areas that I have. So down in here is not going to be anything to write home about as far as like aesthetics, but it's purely going to be a industrial, really functional area, if that makes sense. So we should be able to come through here, have a little walkway going up, might even get like iron bars and put that around the outside and try and maybe even use iron blocks to build it so that it's like almost an oil rig style platform underneath here. Maybe that could be really cool. So I might actually go grab a decent handful of blocks and just make that platform. We'll connect that down and get ourselves a little staircase coming down so that we have the area to work on, and then we can think about trying to blend that in at the top once I have the staircase itself built. Yeah, that'll be good. And as a matter of fact, this is where using this super smelter might come in handy. I want to probably make it out of these smooth stones, just so we do get that industrial look I was talking about. And I probably don't have enough. Now, we haven't yet built the collection system, so it is going to be coming across, oh, I was using that, that's right, coming across and manually grabbing the pieces that we need. But I should be able to come over here, put that in there, and with a bit of luck, the one fatal flaw to this system, I need access to that to remove the quartz. Okay. We'll work on that when we get to the point where we actually start to make the collection system. Good. But in a second, this should go. Yes. It'll fill up with 26 pieces. I've explained this to you guys before, but that's fine. And then it's going to pop over here and fill those up perfectly. And in a couple of minutes, I should have a good few stacks. Now, I think I might go grab a couple more because I don't think that's going to be enough. And it'd be good to just have a decent supply anyway. And I may as well run that system for a decent amount of time. So we'll just grab this shulker box and take it over there. Something like that. Cool. All right. And I'll get some iron while that cooks. And welcome into the industrial platform. I tried a little new transition there. I hope you guys like that. I was thinking that I might start to use stuff like that when it comes into the next series, where I don't always want to be doing time lapses in every single video. Sometimes with stuff like this, where it's really not particularly interesting of a time lapse, I just kind of transition through and show the area finished off so that we can move on. So we got this platform here. I did start to push down this direction, which is going to take us down into the, what do you call it? The sanctuary down here. There we go. So we know that that's in line. And if I follow this line up here, it's going to let us come down to the edge. Oh, I'm getting a bit of lag for some reason. It's going to let us come down to the edge here and sort of bring a lower section down, which we might continue around this side to over there. But for now, I just made some pillars with a bit of randomization. Not 100% set on them. I think I would like to maybe add some diorite in there, even some polished diorite, just to give it a little bit more variation. But for now, I'm pretty happy with it. And we're going to set up here with a little bit of redstone and get to work trying to make ourselves some automatic farms. So I should be able to grab a bunch of stuff like these observers and probably the dispensers, I would say, because what I want to do is set up the dispensers with a bunch of, do I have iron? I do have iron. A bunch of the shears And that way, as the vines go down, they're going to trigger the observers, and the shears are going to cut them and drop them into hopefully a collection system. So we should quickly just test that to make sure that that does work. So I'll grab this. I forget how high I can jump. I will do that. And how do I want to do this? I think that if we had, say, the observer down, oh, not that direction, the observer down the bottom, we're going to waste a lot if we do it this way, but I do think it will be the easiest way for me to do it, and I'm not particularly worried because we're just going to leave it running in the background all the time. And it's more for the fun of it rather than getting ourselves a bunch of items. I'm not really worried about efficiency more so than just having the option here, having something set up. So if I go up and grab those vines like so, and then we put that there, with a bit of luck, as that grows down, it's going to grow over that. For example, like this, we'll actually put that there and see whether it grows. And then once it hits that, we need a block here and a piece of redstone, maybe. Let's see whether that works. So if we put... okay. Interesting. So maybe that doesn't work. Maybe we have to do it with the old piston. Interesting. We might not even be able to make a farm down here. We'll see. So let's try it like this instead. But that's not going to save it. So maybe we need to make a manual one. Back to the drawing board. So if that's the case, then what we might end up doing is an AFK-able farm. So if I have, say, like an area that grows the... There's zombies everywhere up there. Is that like a swarm or something? Goodness me. Right. So if I had an area where we were moving around in a circle and could AFK for a certain amount of time while having an auto clicker going or something that's constantly doing this as it goes around, I want to see whether or not, there we go, whether or not that does give us back the vines. So, so it must be only shears. Let's test that. It's been a long time since only shears. So we'd have to set up a shear station and something that maybe keeps them in our inventory. I'm not exactly sure, but we will need to do it with shears. So we can enchant some and make them last a little bit longer, and that'll be fine. So what I'm thinking is, if I create a enclosed space where we sit in the middle on, say, a cart or something, going around in a circle, and I think that if we have a cart turning, we will turn with it. So we should test that as well. A bunch of testing needs to be done here. So, for example, if we have this going around in a circle, I use the term circle very loosely, and then we pop ourselves into a cart like so. Do we rotate our position as we go? No, we're always going to be looking in the one direction. So that means that what we need to do... Hold on, that's very loud. There we go. Much better. So what we might need to do is make it so that the vines are always in front of our face as we're moving back and forth. So let me see if I can get this. Wonderful. And then what I think I want to do is probably make it so that we have a layer here that has the track running across it. So we're moving along the track like this. And then I want to put a line of hoppers down here as a place for the items to go in, or maybe even like a water stream would be better, just so that we don't keep adding hoppers to our area and lagging it out. And then I think behind that, I'll just use the dirt and stone, for example. So we would have the water going through here, running to take it into a centralized area. And then I think if I use stone to represent it, up here, I would like to have, say, obsidian. So we have a block above that. That is whatever we want. That's where the vine is growing. We have obsidian here so that there's no chance that, well, obviously there's no chance, but as we're moving around, we're going to be doing this, for example, chopping away. So we're going to be coming across like this. And we do need to make sure that we are moving slow enough to work that. Okay. All these different things that I didn't think about. There's a lot of stuff when it comes to Minecraft that I still have the old school ideas about, and I haven't done them since I sort of started playing again more consistently. So if we come across here, for example, we just hold this down. Okay, well, obviously that doesn't work. I wonder if we can put efficiency on the shears. Experimenting. For starters, let's see if I have a spare book up here. Okay. Apparently not. That's alright. We can go get ourselves one. It should be one of my earlier villagers would have it. Probably this one? No? This one? Yeah. So we'll grab... Oh, I need I need some emeralds. We'll grab some of that, see whether we can put it on. We'll also grab mending and unbreaking, just because I know for certain that that can be put onto the shears. We don't need that much, goodness. So we'll grab the efficiency, grab the mending, and we'll grab one of you has unbreaking. There we go. Oh. Where did my stuff go? Did I throw my books away, or did I just not have enough books? I'm confused. There we go. I did. So, like that. And then go see if we can put the efficiency on there. So grab these. You can. Okay. Very interesting. Cool, cool, cool. So we're going to make some mega shears. And in fact, we'll go and get efficiency 5 on them. Because why not? So grab that efficiency and we'll go back. The glass is a little bit glitchy there. I just realized that I had those turned back off. But yeah, in general, it tends to work pretty well. So we'll do that. But we're going to call them chompies. Yeah, chompies. And now we'll see if the chompies chomp through those vines quick enough that we're moving around at a decent pace. And, oh, perfect. And still able to, obviously, collect the vines. So, they probably despawned. Let's see. If I do that, will I chop them fast enough? Yes! Beautiful. Okay. So, that means that what we can probably do to stop them from falling on top of there is we'd have, like, half slabs like this. So that when we're in the cart itself, we're looking at it, but it stops it from being able to get into that gap. And we're chopping away like so. And we can just go around and around and around and around and probably get about 1,000 or more before chompies were to break. Now, I obviously probably wouldn't run it long enough to break them, but if we lost chompies, we'd make chompies 2, chompies 3, chompies 4, etc. So that's good. That means that we can move at essentially full speed. We can just have that powered constantly running around in a circle. So I think with that, it's time to come up with a bit of a design. See whether I can get something sorted in here. How about another 10-second time lapse? And with a little bit of extra fiddling after that time lapse, we're pretty much set. So I have all of the runs filled with vines now, ready to go. And as you can see, there we go. I literally just put these in, so they will grow decently quick. It's never going to be fast. And before anyone says anything, I'm well aware that if I wanted to, say, make some mossy cobblestone and all of that stuff, I can now use moss. I know. This is just a bit of fun, a little something to add to the farming area, because I'm not doing this as a Minecraft style thing, more as like an actual in-world, in-game lore thing. This is a farming island. They're going to want versions of everything else to farm. Might actually grab a bunch of these and we can start to fill those in. But that's more of the idea of that thing, is we're setting this up for a civilization almost, a group of individuals, of of people who would be living in this area trying to collect the resources that they can within the safety of the archipelago. So setting up technology and farms and everything like that to allow them to get those things without having to travel outside of this, I really like as an idea. Did I put that over top of that? Damn it, that was silly. But yes, that should be done. And with a bit of luck, hopping into a minecart and just going around, I've got a bunch of crap in here, I know. Yeah, cleared out my inventory while I was doing stuff. But let's let's do that. And we'll hop on here, head in this direction. And I should be able to just hold down the mouse button. Wonderful. And in reality, what I could just do is set up a macro or set up a thing that allows me to just press a button to turn on clicking and leave it. Honestly, this would be slow enough that I could leave for an hour or two and come back without really worrying about breaking the shears that I'm holding. And this isn't going to break anything. It's never going to break any of those blocks. It's just going to continue to go round and around and around until I hop out. Now, I would potentially make a way to stop it from running, where you come past, flick a switch, and then as it comes round to, say, the opposite corner over here, you would just get deposited out. But yeah, so we should have 3. Okay. This is where we need to be careful. So, we chopped down a handful of them. Where did they go? Into my inventory, maybe? I can't actually remember what number I had in my inventory before I started. I need to check the clip. Damn it. I should have checked. Nope, I had 21. So, I think I know what the problem is. Yep. Right. So the thing is that when these drop down, they're going straight to here and they don't have any flow to continue them on. So a bit of a mishap on my half. I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to grab this. Apparently I'm not going to grab that. But we're going to just do a very quick adjustment where this comes into our inventory, place that there, and we just move it back one. Make ourselves another pressure plate. That goes there. So any item that's flowing through is going to flow over that pressure plate into this area. And now this will fall into flowing water and it'll be on its way again. Problem fixed. Except, let me out. Yeah. So that should be... Yep, 21 plus that is 24. Wonderful. That should all be working. Now that one is yes. Huh. It makes the noise of standing on the vines, even though I'm on the stone. But that should all be flowing down into the correct spots now without any problems. And I just need to put like a roof over top of this. Or at least spawn-proof these top sections. I don't want anything spawning in the darkness. So... that's a little bit of work that can be done to improve this. Maybe a full layer of glass over the top. Even the green glass, honestly, that we were using up top would be lovely. How much have I got? 28? Oh, not enough. But with a bit of luck, we can get a couple across just to show what it would look like. I think what I would be more likely to do is actually set up the... set it up like... this, and then we would have some sort of fence on the side, or stairs, something like that. Yeah, that across the whole thing would be lovely. All right, well, I'm pretty happy with that. It's not ridiculously pretty or anything, but I think in general it's pretty nice. Ooh, what I might do is just, since I've got these glowberries, just put them hanging around the area a bit, and then we might just grab this and light it up. That's nice. We could add a little bit of greenery up here, some leaves and whatnot to make it look a bit prettier. We'll see what happens. But I think that's a pretty good start. I am going to add more here, but I think I'm going to do that either in between episodes or in the next episode we'll touch on it. I just want to make like a wall of jungle logs, I suppose, that I will have going back and forth with pistons to be able to just switch it so that when we can see that they're all grown, we hit a switch, the pistons move the whole thing and drop it all and collect them that way. And then, yeah, we'll work out something for the glow lichen as well. But I have taken a little bit long to make this episode and it is running late. So I will finish up this episode here. I might do a little bit in between episodes or even on streams. We'll see how we go. But for now, oh, that's interesting. For now, I think I'm happy with this. It's definitely a good way to get some vines. There are quicker ways, I know, but it was a bit of fun. And I like this area down here. I think this is a good spot to tie together with some walkways going across. God, those are loud. And that's going to bring us down into the sanctuary too. It acts as a way to connect our island with the underside. And yeah, makes it all feel purposeful. And like I said before, makes it feel like it was made... Oh, yeah, silly. Of course I'm not going to be able to sleep. Sleep. Okay. It makes it feel like it was made to house a little group of people, a society, I don't know, survivors, something. Like this archipelago, this ring of land is protected from the larger ocean outside. And so they're trying to become self-sustainable inside of here with farmland for crops and food, animal produce and whatnot, as well as, you know, bringing in stuff from outside into the safety of this harbor, this little dock, all of those things. Hello. Sneaky. Yeah. Wait. No. That's so unsatisfying. Satisfying. But I like it. I like this place. I think it's all come together really nicely. I think this does tie it together, although I do need to make a path through here and probably add some stuff inside the greenhouse so that it looks like it has a purpose other than being an opening down to here. But that's easy enough. And I think we should be able to add those couple of extra little farms to grow the other bits and pieces. We are definitely getting a couple of pieces of these vines growing. So I could absolutely spend an hour or two collecting a stack or so, maybe even more. Who knows how fast it would be. I might test it. We'll see. But for now, I would like to thank my Patreon supporters, especially my level 3 supporters, Ness, and also a new supporter, Carl. Thank you very much for the level 3 Patreon support. I really appreciate it. And to those who've been tier 3 in the past, thank you for the support that you gave. I really do appreciate that so much. As well as all my other Patreon supporters and you guys, the viewers, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like. It will help me out in continuing to grow. And I'm looking forward to doing some more work in this world, seeing what we can get done before 1.18 comes out. And until such time as I see you again, be it in the next episode or over on Twitch for the live streams, I hope you take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone. Ooh, there's a skeleton down there. Let's get him. Whoop!